Hey, Tama. Oh, yeah. Hey, Tama.
Good evening, football fans. My name is Patrick Seals.
I'm the #1 Eagles fan.
And welcome to the WildCard Weekend reaction video. We just had 6 crazy NFL playoff games to start the NFL playoff season. And here we are to react to these marvelous, tremendous, outstanding games. So let's get to it. So first game we had was the Seattle Seahawks versus the San Francisco 49ers, where the 49ers won. Immediate reaction to this game.
49ers real contenders. They got a shot to go all the way. Brock Purdy, gotta give credit where it's due. He's doing his thing. Shout out Geno Smith and the whole Seattle Seahawks franchise. I think Geno Smith may be comeback player of the year. I like what Pete Carroll doing up there. Christian McCaffrey, one of the best in-season pickups in a while.
Christian McCaffrey definitely gives the 49ers offense a chance to go to the Super Bowl, and Brock Purdy as well. Brock Purdy is a major upgrade over Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance. And of course, their defense. Defense wins championship, and as long as Brock Purdy limits his mistakes and his turnovers and keeps that offense churning and rolling, they're going to be good.
They got, who they play this weekend? Next weekend, Cowboys,
They got the Cowboys, yeah.
I don't know, Brock Purdy. You haven't played against nobody like Michael or Trayvon Diggs. His inexperience and his lack of playing may come to bite him in the ass.
It's going to be an interesting matchup to see. It's going to be an old NFC rivalry that's going to come back into fruition last year. The 49ers beat the Cowboys. The Cowboys had a tremendous meltdown, and we hope that it happens all over again. Brock Purdy had 18 completions for 30 attempts. He had 332 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Deebo Samuels had 6 receptions for 133 yards receiving and a touchdown. And of course, the score was 41-23. Last thoughts on this game.
By those numbers, you would think Brock Purdy was an NFL veteran.
Well, you know, he came out the gate his first game of the season. He put up monster numbers on Tom Brady.
System quarterback. They tried to throw shots at Jalen Hurts, system quarterback.
Kyle Shanahan is just a good coach, and he has a good scheme for every quarterback. As long as he has a balanced running attack, he will always have a quarterback who is favorable to win a lot of games. The Chargers took on the Jaguars, where the Jaguars won 31-30, where Trevor Lawrence threw 4 first quarter interceptions. Your thoughts on this game?
How do you lose that game?
Well,
way to blow it. Way to wet the bed, fellas.
Well, when you're the Chargers and you don't play solid defense, you don't wrap up, you don't have a sound team, and everybody puts this tremendous hype on this quarterback, Justin Herbert, you have somebody like this who everybody, quote-unquote, says become the new Atlanta Falcons.
I'll tell you what's about to happen. This is going to be some coaching changes in Los Angeles.
Oh, of course it is, man. You just can't come out here and blow a 27-0 lead in the playoffs against a second-year quarterback who threw 4 first-quarter interceptions. There's supposed to be no way in heck that they win that game after the quarterback throws 4 interceptions in the first quarter, man. And then on top of that, their team, they buckled down and came back into it and won the game, 31-30, man.
Jacksonville Jaguars. Shout out Doug Peterson. You are a hell of a coach. Us Eagles fans, we know about you. You know what I'm saying? You blessed us with our first championship. You hold a dear place to us Eagles fans. And it's a great.
It was a great coaching clinic you put on this weekend. Way to keep your guys into it, have your guys motivated and ready to run through a wall for you.
Clinic?
Shout out to you, Doug Peterson. You in the AFC, so I root for you.
Clinic,
DeVita.
Clinic. If anything, he just kept his team in order, and then the bottom didn't fall out. But Clinic. All right.
Clinic.
So the Dolphins took on the Bills, where the Bills won 34-31. Your thoughts on this game?
Division rivalry. No Tua, but Josh Allen still there. He did his thing. Had some turnovers. Real careless.
Josh Allen had 2 interceptions this game.
2 of them. Closer than I expected with no Tua. I see them losing next round. Buffalo, you out of there.
At one point, I thought the Bills was going to lose this game, but the Dolphins, they ended up losing this game. And, of course, the Bills had 2 receivers go over 100 yards receiving, man. Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. Of course, Gabe Davis picked up right where he left off after in that last Chiefs game where he had over 300 yards receiving, man. Gabe Davis is definitely a beast.
Bills, there's holes in your defense. There's holes in your offense.
They have a hard time running the ball too, man. Josh Allen is their running attack. If Josh Allen doesn't run the ball, then they don't have a running attack. And I don't know, my cousin says that anytime they play in Buffalo, they always suffer. So he likes to see them play on the road. And yeah, man, check out Carter Seals' video. He reacted to the Dolphins game. He thought they was going to lose. I thought they was going to lose, man. But the Bills ended up pulling it out. Next game after that, we have his rivals. The New York Giants take on the Minnesota Vikings, where the New York Giants won 31-24. Your thoughts on this game?
Kirk Cousins. First thoughts come to my mind. Fourth down. What are you doing, bro? Way to fight, Giants. Daniel Jones, you impressed me. You impressed the world, I think. Darius Slayton, solid game. Saquon Barkley. Hey, Dable, is that his name, head coach? He may be coach of the year. He's another coach who's great with the players. Players love him. Kirk Cousins. Stop robbing the folks blind.
Kirk Cousins threw the ball, threw a 2-yard pass on 4th and 55. One of the dumbest.
To lose the game.
To lose the game.
Jefferson on the roster, on the field.
They had 5 seconds left in the game, and this fool, he didn't even pick up the first down to keep the clock going, to continue the game, man. Kirk Cousins lost this game in the fourth quarter, man. If you are the GM, do you re-sign Kirk Cousins if he's got, is this contract here for him?
I don't believe it's a contract yet.
Would you cut him?
I would be looking to ship him. I'd be looking to shop him around the league, though. See what we can get for him. A few draft picks.
Because they pay him absolutely too much for him to be losing games for them in the playoffs. He lost his game for them.
He's good enough to get you to the playoffs, but not bad enough to where you won't miss the playoffs. He's right in that middle tier, and you'll never succeed with that. So it's either get a superstar or...
Well, his primetime numbers are off too. Like, he doesn't win too many games in primetime, so I think that's what happened. This game started off during the day, and then it ended off at night. So by the time he threw that 4th and 77-yard pass or whatever, it was nighttime. So that's why they lost that game, man. Kirk Cousins he's not a Super Bowl quarterback at all.
At all.
Last thoughts on this game?
Vikings, you never were real contenders, just good record. This is just like makeup. We didn't believe in y'all.
The Vikings won their division, and it was kind of a chunk division this year. It wasn't the same Aaron Rodgers level of hostility. The Bears are trash, and the Lions.
Aaron, that wasn't the end.
Aaron. The Lions gave them the biggest threat to win the division, but the Lions, ain't nobody worried about the Lions winning the division.
Sleeper team next year, Detroit Lions will make playoffs.
So, moving on from that, we had the Ravens take on the Bengals, where the Bengals won 24-17. Your thoughts on this game?
First thoughts on this game, the Ravens needs to pay Lamar Jackson whatever he wants. Second thoughts on this game, the Ravens defense is amazing.
Ravens always have a good defense. John Harbaugh, man, they don't play when it comes to defense, but the thing that's going to cost them the most is their quarterback position. The reason why you want to pay Lamar Jackson so much money is because you don't want your backup quarterback to fumble the ball on a QB sneak in the playoffs to give up 7 points going the other way, man. This was the turning point of the game. Up until that point, the Ravens could have definitely won that game until they turned the ball over in the red zone and gave the Bengals the game, pretty much.
Joe Burrow, good quarterback. Jamar Chase, one of the best receivers in the league. Love that connection. You still got Higgins.
You got
Boyd.
Higgins, Boyd. They loaded it. They loaded on offense.
Good position. We'll see them in Kansas City next week, right?
But they only had 234 yards on total offense.
That's a telltale sign. Kansas City, can you capitalize on that, or will you continue to play bad defense like you're known for in the playoffs? I feel like we may see Cincinnati back in Super Bowl.
It's a possibility you see the Cincinnati in the Super Bowl, but I don't think they make it past the 49. I'm sorry, the Chiefs this time. It's not gonna happen. They gave up 2 sacks, which is an improvement over last year where Joe Burrow was getting pummeled into the earth. But still, though, I can't see the Bengals going back-to-back Super Bowls. It's not happening in the modern era of the Super Bowl era.
We've seen crazier things.
We have. Speaking of crazier things, that's right. The reason for the season, the reason why we gathered here to watch on Monday Night Football, the Dallas Cowboys took on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where I don't even know the full score of the game because we started this video while the game was still going on. But when we started the video,
it was over.
The game was 31-6. Tom Brady, he should be on his way out, should be ready to retire because he looked pathetic this game. He was missing passes. His arm didn't look up to par. He didn't look like he didn't want to. He never wants to take any hits. He never wants to take any hits. The referees weren't on his side today. He threw a red zone interception. Very uncharacteristic of Tom Brady. Your thoughts on this game?
Tom Brady, you have officially fallen off the cliff. Pack your bags. It's time to go home. That game was pathetic. No run game from the Bucs. Horrible play calling. Mental mistakes. Blown coverages. Y'all had Dak out there looking like he was that guy.
Like a superstar, man. Y'all had him looking like Roger Staubach out there.
Schultz looking like he was Gronkowski out there.
Oh my God.
He was not that guy. Dallas, don't get the big head. This is Tampa Bay. This was the worst team to play in the playoffs. Y'all will see a real team next week. I think y'all will lose.
Cowboys take on the 49ers next week, man. And Tampa Bay, they go home. Tampa Bay will not be winning the Super Bowl this year. And Tom Brady will not be winning the Super Bowl this year. So hopefully,
he's not going home to his kids.
no place to go. Tom Brady, hopefully he retires, never plays football again. We don't want to see this dude ever again. Adios, Tom Brady. Last thoughts on this game. Your division rivals winning in the playoffs for again.
3 teams still from the NFC East in the playoffs.
That's too many teams in the NFC East.
NFC least, they said?
I'm sorry.
Did they say NFC least? Or
that is
incorrect.
That is entirely too many teams in the NFC East. You still have the Giants, the Eagles, and the Cowboys, man. And the Cowboys face the 49ers, and the Giants face the Eagles next week. Got the Giants and Eagles prediction video dropping sometime this week, so y'all go ahead and subscribe to that, man. Last thoughts on Wild Card Weekend.
Too many blowouts. Not enough competitive football. I feel like next week, with so much on the line, you'll see a better game on both sides of the ball from both teams. Eagles to the championship.
So, there you have it. The Giants versus the Eagles. It's been a crazy week here at Wild Card Weekend, man. The best game of the week was the Jaguars and Chargers game, with the Jaguars storming back to take the lead. And the worst game of the weekend has to be this Cowboys and Buccaneers game. It was a very, very boring game. And, of course, the Cowboys won. So we have no Stephen A. to laugh at tomorrow. So y'all laugh here. Y'all like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know what y'all think of Wild Card Weekend, man. My name is Patrick Seals.
The biggest Eagles fan.
Y'all like, subscribe, share, comment. I will see y'all here again next week, man. I'm Patrick Seals. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace! That boy is good.
Good and terrible.